one booster pack to try and get Naturia Bamboo Shoot. It's gonna be a pretty short stream, trying something new, using my camera, this little camera to stream, record this. I've never done something like this, so it might be terrible. It might be a new experience. Okay, let's go through the special cards, then we open up some booster packs. We have Armed Dragon. Let's see. How can Armed Dragon, the Armored Dragon, another Armored Dragon, Pile Armed Dragon, Formula Synchron, Power Tool Dragon. Actually, one of my favorite signer dragons. Formula Synchron, Deep Sea Repetitoire, Power Tool Dragon, Armed Dragon, the Armored Dragon, Power Tool Dragon, Deep Sea Repetitoire, Armory Arm. I actually like Armory Arm, but nowadays the old man, which was the thing that came out with Norden, the other level 4 old man, Elder Entity something, is better than the Armory Arm nowadays. Dragonity Guisarmi. Not many people go into level 4 synchros anymore because you just play level 4 monsters in the main deck anyway. So you're rarely making level 4s because you need to use like lower level monsters to make the level 4. Formula Synchron. Those are the special cards. The 1 of 7 that comes in the box. Oh. Booster. Let's open this up and see what we get. I've went through half of the packs I've bought, and I still haven't pulled Naturia Bamboo Shoot. Elemental Hero Stratos, Caravan of the Ice Barrier, Medium of the Ice Barrier. I was kind of hoping instead of Flamewell we'd get like Jurek cards, but they removed all the Jurek cards, even though the fire dinosaurs were supposed to be part of the Hidden Arsenal, like 1, 2, 3. They were all in the Hidden Arsenal packs, but they removed it from this re-release of the Hidden Arsenal. They removed all the dinosaurs. Neo Flamebell Saber. They put in Flamebell instead of the dinosaur. I guess Flamebell is more popular because of the whole rekindling. Everyone sort of played it really, like it used to be like meta at one point. Everyone was playing this when synchros were first introduced as their level 4. The Flamewell Dog and the Flamewell Sorcerer used to be like splashed into as an engine in every deck. So I guess they put in Flamewell instead of the Jurek cards. LF of Justice Omniweapon, Cycle Reader, Thunderbird, Dark Paladin, cool. Guy Bulg, Dusk, Ashen Veil, Leviathan, Leo Drake, Pegulsus, Fabled Ultra, Ladybug, Rose Whip. Let's open up another pack. It's that time of the year where the holiday season is starting to kick in. Even though I don't celebrate any holidays all throughout the year or do like normal people stuff, I still end up like getting like into a mood of mindset where all my body and brain and mind wants to do is just procrastinate. Like, I can't get myself to start doing something. I like, before I woke up yesterday when I went to sleep, I was planning to do like so much work. I woke up today, I got my computer turned on, and I just couldn't put the hours in, just couldn't make myself work. Like, my own mind literally refuses to work around this time of the year. Another pack. Where did I put the other thingamajiggy? I'll put it on the floor. I'll clean it up later. A Sacred Spirit of the Ice Barrier. Elemental Hero Shining Flare Wingman. Harpy Lady 1. I kind of wish I didn't give away all my Ice Barrier cards to the little kid. I mean, he could have just had fun with one of the Ice Barrier structure decks. I didn't need to give him every single Ice Barrier card. Now I need to buy the Ice Barrier structure deck again if I want to build the Ice Barrier deck. Neo Flamewell Hedgehog. Dew Dark of the Ice Barrier. I mean, kids don't even... They just play with whatever they have. Like, a certain deck over another deck doesn't make much of a difference to them. Geomancer of the Ice Barrier. I think they would probably be more happier with like Exodia or something. Exodia or Blue Eyes White Dragon or something like that. Or Buster Blader. Ally of Justice Rudra. I think the skill ceiling on playing a good Ice Barrier deck is much higher than like the basic main series stuff. Fabled Ultra, and I think the kids into Pokemon card anyway, not really into Yu-Gi-Oh. Bionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Dragonity Knight Barcha. Oh, that looks cool. Fabled Grimrow. Naturia Vein. So, one thing Yu-Gi-Oh does is that their rarity in all the booster packs are very, very, very strict. So if something is a common, it's a common. But in Magic the Gathering, like if something is a common or rare or uncommon or whatever, there's a small chance that it might have a printing that's in a higher rarity inside the same pack. So that's something interesting to draw. But in opening up Yu-Gi-Oh packs, when you get a common, you know there's no chance that there'll be a higher printing of this released anytime soon, before or after. Only the favorite cards that everyone plays gets the rarity boost, the different printings. Some of the cards don't even see the light of day because Konami just doesn't think they're cool enough to print. Fabled Valkyries. Actually, they probably think they don't make enough money from the more niche cards. Fabled Luri. Fabled Kusano. Fabled Naturia Spiderfang. Fabled Dianaira. Let's open up another pack. You know, maybe buying 50 packs of this was a bit excessive. I'm going to end up with so many copies of the same thing, so many commons. I should have just yeah, I think it's better just to buy singles instead of trying to pull a card. It's just fun opening up a pack, not knowing what's going to be inside. But it's not really worth spending so much money opening packs trying to get one card when you can just buy the card. Caravan of the Ice Barrier, Flamewell Guard. I actually like this card. everyone else was running the dog, but I was running this even though it doesn't have the 200 defense to work with the rekindling stuff. Ancient Flamewell Deity, Neo Flamewell Origin, Blizzard Warrior. Oh, enemy controller. Warlock of the Ice Barrier, Fabled Luri. Ooh, it's the coin card, coin toss card. Barrel Dragon. I was thinking about this card. So, I guess. I was just thinking about this card yesterday. My sister likes gamble cards, coin toss cards, and like dice cards. So this is the sort of thing should be into. Branding of the Ice Barrier, Dragonity Knight Barcha, Lori, Galabas. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce their name right. I'll just say whatever comes to mind. Diff, Rosewhip, Kusano. At least we're getting lots of Rosewhip. Rosewhip is pretty much the same as Bamboo, but much easier to set up. So Bamboo, you need a tribute from a Naturia monster, and it just stops all spells and traps. Rosewhip makes it that they can only activate one spell or trap per turn. But Rosewhip is much easier to bring out and feels a little bit fair that opponent can still use one thing. Naturia Sunflower. Oh, Kudabi. Yeah, this is what I mean about Fabled. It's a level 4, so it doesn't get played unless you actually intentionally build a deck to include it. When you're just putting in generic stuff in the extra deck, you rarely include a level 4. Let's open up another pack. I sometimes wonder if humans are actually like have some kind of psychic connection or some kind of telepathic connection. Like the brain produces a magnetic field, and the whole Earth is wrapped around a magnetic field, where everything from all the sun's little particles created in the by fusion in the sun gets blasted towards the earth, and the magnetic field like siphons them, sort of pulls them to the north and the south pole. But I wonder if there's something to do with human brains having some kind of psychic or telepathic connection between human brains, because like when depression season starts, when it's like everyone gets depressed around the same sort of season, around the same time. Is there like connection between one person getting ill and another person getting ill? Not just physical illness, but mental illness as well, because of the magnetic field around the earth and the human brain. I've also noticed that you get different types of dreams depending on which direction you sleep in. North facing, south facing, east facing, west facing, sleeping right, sleeping on the left, so on. There's definitely something to do with the magnetic part of the brain and some experience of consciousness. Mist Valley Executor, Flamewell Dragnov, Pilgrim of the Ice Barrier. This kind of looks cool. Focus. Medallion of the Ice Barrier. Reverse Break, Ally of Justice. Buster Blader, Ally of Justice Nullifier. I mean, I think I like every single of the archetype in this. So I'm not disappointed with any of the cards I'm getting, even the commons. I like Ice Barrier, I like Mist Valley. I'm doing this for Naturia. I kind of like Phil Aimwell. What were the other ones? I really like Ally of Justice. It feels cool. It's swapping around the role of light and dark. I liked Fable. I think Fable is a good combo deck. If Fable really puts your mind on a different level, how can you get to the synchro you want just from the hand you have? You have to think creatively. You have to think a little bit extra when you play Fabled. Warlock of the Ice Barrier, Fabled Ragin, Dueloran, Tiger King of Ice Barrier, Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Is it Gungnir? I call it Gungnir. Gungnir sounds cool. Naturia Landroys, Dragonity Knight Trident, another of the pineapples. Yay, pineapple. Field Marshal, the bad Ally of Justice, Cockatour, Vayne, Legionnaire. You know, I put that meme with the extra large forehead, triple XL forehead, but later I realized that I'm the one with the extra large forehead. A 5 head. No, 6 head. No, 7 head. Make it a 10 head. Blizzard, Defender of the Ice Barrier, Ally of Justice Unlimiter, Harpy Lady 2, Dust Tornado, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, Mist Valley Executor, Ally of Justice Thunder Armor. I don't understand the dreams I get. It doesn't make sense. Sometimes I get dreams where I'm still in school, but I'm still the age I am, the body, the age, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm 30 years old. Why do I still dream about being in school? Why do I get dreams of being in school? Naturia Spiderfang, Cyber Dragon, Ally of Justice Decisive Armor. Ooh, a very cool Berkion. Oh, look at that! I think Berkion is the one that negates traps. Yeah, Berkion is the one that negates traps. People don't play traps anymore. Everyone's playing hand traps. Still pretty cool. 1/3 of the game shut down just by this. A Fabled Unicorn, Augustus Clive, Rock, Catastor, everyone's favorite level 5 synchro Catastor. I think there's one that lets you draw now and everyone plays that instead of Catastor, but Catastor is still such a strong level 5 synchro. Strawberry, Landroys, Pineapple. Other people do this a little bit better, where they show off all the fancy shiny cards at the end. I think I should do that. I should put the shiny cards in a different pile. I love the commons just as much as the shinies. Sometimes I prefer running the common over the shiny, just because when you're looking at the shiny card, it sort of takes you out of the game moment. You lose focus because of the sparkliness and the shininess. when you should be thinking about what moves to make. So it's more optimum to play with commons because you're spending less brain power on like looking at the sparkly bits on the card, and you're just actually focused on the game. Commons help you focus on the game instead of the just looking at the artwork. Spellbreaker of the Ice Barrier, General Grenard of the Ice Barrier, Flamewell Baby, Strategist of the Ice Barrier, Neo Flamewell Origin. Oh, Goy Guardian. They messed up Goy Guardian. Naturia Pumpkin, Mystical Space Typhoon. Oh, Blue Eyes. I think now we have 3 sets of this Blue Eyes, or 2 of these. Yeah, now we have 2 or 3 of these. We can make Kaiba proud. Maybe we'll even get a 4th copy of Blue Eyes, and we can be like Grandpa Moto. Imagine if Grandpa Moto was actually kind and generous and just gave away his precious Blue Eyes to Kaiba. Yu-Gi would be completely different because the card limit would be 4 cards instead of 3 cards, so Kaiba could play all 4 copies of the Blue Eyes in his deck. Mistworm, and we'd have a fusion monster of Blue Eyes with 4 heads instead of 3 heads. 4 head. Fabled Urustos, Fabled Ganeshia. They changed the name. They changed the name from Ganesh to Ganeshia. I guess they didn't want to refer to Ganesh, the Hindu god, the Hindu elephant god. No, it's not an elephant god. It's just a deity with elephant head. Naturia Entjaw, Landroys, Naturia Vane, Naturia Ladybug, Fabled Lori. Open up another pack. Yeah, I think I need to separate the shinies to make it exciting for the end of the stream. All the shinies we pulled. Oh, we got a shiny pumpkin. I think it just puts unnecessary extra work. Another pack. I should be playing some music in the background while I do this. Garrett Hulk, Neos, Warlock of the Ice Barrier. I'm sad there's no Red Eyes Black Dragon in this. I mean, Red Eyes Black Dragon is supposed to be even more rare than Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, there was only like 1 copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon, but 3 or 4 copies of Blue Eyes. Red Eyes Black Dragon is supposed to be even more rare than Blue Eyes in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Setting, Season 0 setting. Winged Kuribo, Ally of Justice, Cosmic Gateway, Enemy Controller, Mist Valley Soldier, Defender, Lava Golem. That's nice. I like Lava Golem. Barrel Dragon. Ooh, there is Red Eyes. I was just talking about Red Eyes. So, okay. So this does have Red Eyes Black Dragon. I mean, this is not worth running anymore. It's better to run the Gemini version. If you're a Red Eyes Black Dragon fan, it's better just to run the Gemini. So the Gemini still counts as a normal monster, and you still get the effect when you normal summon it a second time. I think you get a little bit of burn effect. Much better than playing a 2400 attack monster. Butterfly, Chawa, ragweed, cockatoor, dragonfly, beetle, no zuchi. This is what makes a lot of fabled plays possible. Use this to go into one of the tuners. Geomancer of the Ice Barrier, Mist Valley Executor, Ally of Justice Rudra, Pilgrim of the Ice Barrier, Ally of Justice Garhog, Flamebell Grunica, Dranspins of the Ice Barrier, Hydrangea. Come on, it's called Hydrogenia. Why is it called Hydrangea? Grimro, Skill Drain. When you get tired of modern Yu-Gi-Oh, you just build a Skill Drain deck. Naturia Beast. And then you realize your Skill Drain deck can't keep up. So you start looking into FTK decks, but that's the general trend of people who get tired of modern effects and stuff. Monster-based decks, Fabled Ganesha, Antjo, Landroys, Vayne, Ladybug, Lori, Kusano. Okay, so there's always like 4 cards in the middle that are the cool rarity, the sparkly rarity, the dual terminal rarity. Another pack. I think my camera got moved around a little bit when I moved my table around. That wardrobe used to be out of the scene, so I probably need to fix my camera later. It doesn't make much difference. My face is still in the camera for the reaction cam in the gameplay stuff. Warlock of the Ice Barrier, Defender of the Ice Barrier. Oh, Kuribo. You know, the first time I saw Kuribo, I thought it was like some kind of threatening monster, but after being inducted into the whole Yu-Gi-Oh sphere, Kuribo actually kind of feels friendly now. But as a kid, seeing Kuribo for the first time, I thought it was like some kind of weird demon. Ally of Justice, Cosmic Gate. Why is my camera not focusing? Focus. 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 Oh. Maybe I press this button? Yeah, it's not focusing. What? Oh, now it's focusing. Cosmic Gateway. Neophalbel, Garuda, Shaman. You know, getting so many copies of the Shaman, now I kind of want the uncensored copy of the Shaman, just for lols. Mist Valley Soldier, Pumpkin, X-Trio, Cherries. Ooh, we got it. It was stuck to the under part of the cherries. Bamboo Shoot. That's our first copy. This is what I bought everything for. The bamboo. As a kid, I kind of wanted bamboo in my little veranda top plant pot stuff. I thought bamboos were really cool. Pandas, bamboos, and I think now I can actually get actual bamboo and grow it, but it would feel out of place. Like I need a much better house, a more fancy house, if I wanna have some bamboo large 3 floor 5 floor long bamboo plants decorating the house, the garden, or the front or the back of the house. But yeah, there's a lot of bamboos in my village, my rural village, parents' village. They think of it as just another useless thing, but it grows so quickly. Like within one day, it grows like longer than your hand, like half a hand in one day, and it looks really cool. Bamboos look cool. Okay, this is the card I wanted. Bamboo. Fabled Deianira, Cross, Pumpkin, Catastor, Pineapple, Cherubal, Fabled Unicorn. Let me just separate the bamboo from all my other stuff. I'm almost scared to damage this thing. I think this cherry is worth more than the bamboo anyway. At least for a Naturia player, the cherry is much more valuable than the bamboo. For Naturia decks, the bamboo is more of a niche thing that people sometimes play, sometimes don't. The cherry gets much more use than the bamboo. My eyes are getting so bad, I can't tell which ones are the shinies and which ones are not the shinies. I think it's because when I'm playing video games, sometimes my eyes zoom in right on what's happening, and sometimes my eyes zoom out to look at the whole screen. Sometimes my eyes are looking at the chat on the side, my second monitor. So my brain sometimes doesn't know whether to focus on what's right in front of me or whether to focus on the whole thing. It's just brain training. Too much flexibility kind of gets rid of structure. Oh, the Rock, Miss Valley Rock, General Gantala, Goyo Guardian, Thunderbird, Ally of Justice Searcher, Harpy Lady 3, Wabaku, Naturia Sunflower, Naturia Barkion, Book of Moon, the cool Night Assailant. This is seriously the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing ever. This is probably the best card I have. Night Assailant. Not many people ran this deck back in like 2005 Yu-Gi-Oh. They didn't realize that you can discard this and get back a flip monster. So you can get back your like Magician of Faith. You can get back your Man-Eater Bug just by discarding this. And it still has the target one monster, destroy one monster. Same as Man-Eater Bug. Naturia Flutefly, Swallow's Nest, Detonate, Wrath of Neos, Hydrogenia, Mantis, Dark Spear. Let's grab the shiny cards. I've been thinking about getting into a slightly different card game. It's called Duel Masters, not Duel Monster. It's called Duel Master. It's like the game that inspired Yu-Gi-Oh! It came out a little bit earlier than Yu-Gi-Oh! But it never gained as much popularity because one type of monster was always better than all the other ones. One always overpowered all the other decks. Yu-Gi-Oh! Also had lots of decks that overpowered other decks, but somehow Yu-Gi-Oh! Pulled through that, while as Duel Masters did not. While looking at the Duel Master cards, I realized you can adapt Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards to play under Duel Master rules. So what Duel Master has is that instead of life point, you have shields. And so the monsters have to attack the shield to break the shield, and when they have the opponent has no more shield left, you declare a final direct attack and then win by a direct attack instead of life points. And the shields have a shield check ability where you can like look through mill through the top cards of your deck, excavate the top cards of your deck, equal to the shield rating of the card of the monster, and if you get a higher shield rating or higher attack rating, power rating than I don't know what the number was, but if you get a higher number than your opponent's monster, you can just summon it right away, special summon it, and the shield is not broken. So that way it's a fun, less thinking sort of game, where the main gameplay comes into like luck based, a lot more luck based than Yu-Gi-Oh! Luck based and just having good cards. I realized you can do the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. You can play Duel Master game, but with Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. So you can turn the attack into attack or power. You can turn the defense into like the defense for the shield. You can turn the level into like the shield check, shield rating or whatever, shield number. Yeah, I think I can change the rules enough to play Duel Masters with Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Too bad I have no one to play with, so even if I can conceptualize the rules and make it a fun game, but no one to play with, so it doesn't even matter. General Grenard, Neo Flameville Origin, Samurai of the Ice Barrier. How do you even teach someone who doesn't know about card games a new card game? There's just so much to get into, so many rules, so many things happening, so many things you need to know. That so many exceptions to the rules by card design that just point them to a video game. It's faster to learn the game from a video game than from playing it in real life. like come back to the card, the physical card game once you learn the game from the video games, from the digital games. Stratos, Sacred Spirit, Caravan, Medium, Dance Prince of the Ice Barrier, Gungnir, Dark Paladin, Bionic of the Ice Barrier, Naturia Guardian, Naturia Rose Whip, Fruit Fly, Leo Drake, Soul's Nest, Detonate, Fabled Valkyris. Okay, so there's always four shiny cards in each pack so far. Can we pull another Bamboo Shoot? Rukwiza, Raiho, Spellbreaker, Falcon, Shock Trooper, Baby, Wabaku, Harpy Lady 1, Phalanx, Mist Valley Apex Avian, Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier, White Oak, Naturia, Mitsutozi, Kudabi, Ashen Veil, Leviathan, Pegasus, I can't be even bothered to read out the cards. Ultra. So there's this one YouTuber I used to watch, I think called Murphy Napier. She couldn't even pronounce the names of characters. She spent hundreds of hours, thousands of hours reading or watching. She still mispronounced the names. I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to mispronounce names that are like right in front of me. Sometimes the name in your head sounds much better than the name written on paper. Strategist of the Ice Barrier, Daishojo of the Ice Barrier, Goyo Guardian, Flame Wingman, Harpy Lady 1, Buster Blader, Dew Dark of the Ice Barrier, Samurai of the Ice Barrier. Oh, our fourth Blue Eyes, or third Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dusk, Raijin, Cosmobeat. I never understood Cosmobeat until the whole modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Took over. Now Cosmobeat actually is a good card. When people told me to use Cosmobeat, I was like, why the heck would I use Cosmobeat? I summon this and my opponent can just attack this and destroy it in their turn. Little did I know there's a lot of ways to make it survive. The Fabled Cockatoor. And if you're going second and your opponent is going first and you summon Cosmobeat, they can't attack on the first turn anyway. So because of the game ruling, you can just get away with Cosmobeat. Naturia Dragonfly, Ashen Veil, Naturia Beetle, Nozochef, Nodochi, Rustos. My pronunciation of these cards are getting worse and worse. To look for the four cards in the middle. Another pack. Imagine if Konami actually did like the what Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory thing, where they just print one card, one copy, or maybe like 5 or 6 copies of just one monster or one spell or trap, and that's all everyone had in circulation. Kind of like Magic the Gathering with oh, my camera died. Oh, wake up. My camera died. What the heck? Okay. It's kind of like what Magic the Gathering did with One of One Ring. But the thing with One of One Ring is that there's like still many copies of it which are not just with printed with a different artwork. So kind of like the match winner cards, but actual good cards that people want to use, and not cards that can't be used in duels, official duels, but it can be used in official duels. That would be cool. Like having some actual super rare card in a pack, like the characters in the anime. Nowadays, if you want any card, you can just go to like some website and just buy it right away. There's no like chase, no rush of pulling a card that no one else has, or only limited number of copies in the world. I guess that'll happen in the future, where they stop printing certain versions of cards. So the cards now, the cards from 2005, 2008, the 1990s cards, those cards will become rarer and rarer as time goes on, but they can just print more copies. Enemy Controller, Harpy Lady, Blizzard Defender, Chiromancer, Thunderlord, Grenard, Secret Guards, Spellbreaker, X-Trio, Polymerization, Dark Magician, Fable Zolkius, Pilum, Valkyrus, Butterfly, Div, Chawa, Ragwit. I really don't understand the school dreams. Why do I still dream of school at the age of 30? Why do I still get school dreams at this age? It makes no sense at all. Looking at this Dark Magician. Focus. I don't like the tablet version of Dark Magician. I prefer the spellbinding magic circle version, or spellcaster circle version. Another pack. Ooh. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, must have for any dragon deck. I wonder why Blue Eyes players don't bother splashing this in their Blue Eyes deck. It would help out the Blue Eyes deck a little bit, but I guess there's so much built-in Blue Eyes support that they don't need to rely on Red Eyes. Garrett Holg. If I was a Blue Eyes player, I'd definitely use Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Just for the cool factor, having both Red Eyes and Blue Eyes in one deck. Elemental Hero Neos. Warlock of the Ice Barrier, Winged Karibo. This thing is in this. This thing is in the. We've been getting just a normal Karibo. Okay, so Winged Karibo is also in this. Cosmic Gateway. Enemy Controller. Mist Valley Soldier. Night Assailant. Cyber Dragon. Decisive Armor. Valkyries, Butterfly, Chawa. They really love this ragweed. I don't know what this is, but they keep printing more and more copies of this on almost everything that has Naturia. Why do they love ragweed so much? Is it the artwork? When your opponent draws a card except during the draw phase, you can send this card from the field to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. Okay. It's like Naturia's Pot of Greed, but you have to tribute it to activate it. That's why they draw so many of it. Fabled Cocator, Dragonfly, Beetle. Grab the shinies. I actually like Winged Karibo just because of Jaden. Yuki Judai. I rewatched the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in Japanese. I thought like the usual characters were going to be my favorite, but Manjome Thunder, he's so much more of a cool character in Japanese. Especially when you realize that he intentionally loses the duel just so that to help out Aster Phoenix, just so that he can. Just so that Aster doesn't lose his professional career, makes him a really much stronger and more interesting character than you think of him in the beginning. Intentionally losing just to save someone else's career. A Flamevale Guard. Shining Flame Wingman. Samurai of the Ice. I actually used to run some copies of Samurai of the Ice Barrier in one of my water decks, but I can't remember what. It's basically thingamajiggy. Just a beat stick for me, Ice Barrier beat stick. But I can't remember which deck I used it in. Buster Blader, Thunderbird. My camera is not focusing at all. I guess even my camera has seasonal depression, can't focus. It was focusing the last yesterday. Mist Valley Executor, Goyo Guardian, a Dusk, another Barkion, Book of Moon, Strawberry, Partisan, Hydrogenia, Cherubel, Militum, Leviathan, Solkius. Grab the shinies. Grab another booster pack. Open it up. Raiho, Falcon, Shock Trooper. Drawing all this Wabaku makes me want to use a Wabaku. It's not a bad card. You take no damage and your monsters can't be destroyed by battle. That's like life point protection and also monster protection built into just one card. So powerful for an early card. Garnard, Samurai, Stratos, Daishojo, Barrel Dragon, Bryonic, Bircha. I think I've drawn pretty much everything the booster packs have to offer. I'm drawing repeats now. Ultra, Guardian, Rose Whip. I want a cool version of the Rose Whip. I want the higher rarity of Rose Whip. Probably not in the booster pack. Leo Drake, Swallow, Valkyries, Wrath of Neos. Another pack. Caravan of the Ice Barrier, Medium of the Ice Barrier, Neo Flamebell Saber, Grinica, Omni Weapon, Cycle Reader, Baby Rock, Swallow's Nest, Grimrow, the Tiger. What is it called again? Duloran. Duloran. Cyber Dragon, Spider Fang, Mantis. I kind of like the design on Mantis. Tulip, Unicorn, Stinkbug, Naturia Rock, a Dragonfly. So one thing about Stinkbug is that these things are super dangerous. These people don't know how super dangerous stink bugs are. They can like permanently damage your skin and permanently damage your flesh with their like furt, with their stink acid. Super dangerous card. One time I had a stink bug like land on my leg, but I was lucky enough to have it be friendly enough to not mark me for life. Got really lucky. But the people who get the stink of stink bug, their skin are just damaged beyond repair for the rest of their life. Super dangerous bug. People don't know how dangerous stink bug is. Grab the shiny cards. Another pack. What does the pack even look like? There's Cherry on there. There's a Ice Barrier monster. There's a Dragonity monster. Interesting. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so heavily focused on just the light and dark attribute. Like almost everything just falls into the light or the dark. So it's kind of refreshing when they actually take time to focus on the less common attributes. Like the wind, the water, the fire, the earth. Earth is also pretty overused, but Earth is more like neutral in between. So it's nice when they put in wind, earth, water, fire instead of just light and dark. Mist Valley Shaman, Falcon, Winged Karibo, Medium of the Ice Barrier, Thunderlord, Dust Tornado, Ultra, Grimro, Barkion, Duloran. I thought it was called Dulong, the tiger. I'm pretty sure the mythical Chinese tiger was called a Dulong, but this one is called a Duloran. Maybe they changed the name, or maybe there's a different name that I didn't know about. Dragonite Primus Felis, Fruitfly, Stinkbug, Dianira, Javelin, Ganesha, Cliff. Let's grab the shinies. Another pack. Ally Mind, Royal Knight of the Ice Barrier, Strategist of the Ice Barrier. You know how Magic the Gathering has a pauper format where you're only allowed to use common cards, and I think some people add in as another rule where all the cards has to cost less than $1, or like 50 pence or 50 cent or 20 cent, like different amount of different rules to like play with the really basic cards, the really common rarity, the common of the commons, and all the low value cards. We need to have something like that. I think Yu-Gi-Oh could do this much better than all the other card games, because Yu-Gi-Oh already has normal monsters, normal spells, normal traps. Just make a rule where you can only use normal monsters, normal spells, and normal traps, and you have a new format right there. Flamebell Dragnov, Shock Trooper, Dew Dark of the Ice Barrier, General Raiho, Enemy Controller, Book of Moon, Cyber Dragon, Night Assailant, Naturia Butterfly, Ant Joe, Pumpkin, Evolution Burst, probably a terrible card, Nozushi, Chawa, Galabas. Oh, this looks new. I don't remember seeing this. What does it do? You can discard one card to the graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls with defense less than or equal to this card's. Yeah, does this miss the timing? Then target one monster your opponent controls with defense. Okay, you can destroy a monster with less than 15k attack, 1500 attack, but you have to discard. So the thing with Dark World was that a lot of the Dark Worlds, your own stuff played with this card. With the Dark World stuff, you sort of missed the timing. Missing the timing hurt the deck so bad. But the Fabled, I think because the cards were so simple, people generally did not build around the cards that would miss timing with the Fabled cards. I think the missing the timing rulings changed a little bit. The games are much more generous now, especially the digital games. The missing the timing works a little bit different in some games compared to other games. The computer games, the console games. Okay, I started looking through the cards. That means there's something good in here. My hands automatically start looking through the cards when there's something good. Flamewell Magician, Royal Knight, Spellbreaker, Kuribo, Enemy Catcher, cool. Flamebell Guard, Blizzard Warrior, Cryomancer, Dark Magician, Night Assailant, Lava Golem. Okay, so the Dark Magician was the cool thing. With the Night Assailant, my favorite. Fabled Diff, Naturia Mantis, Naturia White Oak, Naturia Cosmobeat, Brandy Stock, Cruise, and Ashen Veil. Got the Dark Magician. Man, imagine being a little kid and seeing this for the first time. Like a person, a literal human being, trapped inside a cage, being burnt alive with no way to escape, being burnt in lava. That does something to a kid. That makes a little bit of shift in a kid's brain. A 9-year-old kid or a 10-year-old kid seeing literal torture depicted inside a Yu-Gi-Oh card. They censored boobies. They censor like religious reference, but they don't censor stuff like this. Literal, unavoidable, fiery torture death. Another pack. Spellbreaker of the Ice Barrier, Kuribo, Enemy Catcher, Guard, Blizzard Warrior, Samurai, I almost called it Shogun, Wingman, Shining Flame Wingman, Shining Flare Wingman, Horn Needle, Bionic of the Ice Barrier, Dragonity Knight Bircha, Grimrow, Horn Needle, Tope, Catshit, Partisan, Legionnaire, Cherubal, Mitoji, grab the shinies. Another pack. Sacred Spirit, Ganthala, Defender, Hedgehog, Medallion, Flamewell Magician, Royal Knight, Ally of Justice, Thunder Armor, Dueloran, Gungnir, Barrel Dragon, Cruise, Urustos, Clef, Solkius, Field Marshal, Spiderfang, and a rock. I'm holding the camera at a strange angle, but I can get through the cards easier if I hold it casually. It's cruel of Konami to give us like like fusion monsters and not have the materials for the fusions. like have to buy a completely different product to get the fusion materials. That's not good design. Hidden Arsenal. Samurai, Bastard Blader. What attribute? What type is Samurai? It's a warrior tribe. Shining Flare Wingman, Thunderbird, Executor, Dance Princess. I think a lot of Ice Barrier decks rely on this. Use Prohibition and declare Dance Princess, and you shut down a lot of modern Ice Barrier decks. Red Eyes, Darkness Metal Dragon, Antjaw, Barrel Dragon, and another Red Eyes Black Dragon. We're getting both the Blue Eyes and the Red Eyes. Mystical Space Typhoon, Naturia Cliff, Berserker Curse, Field Marshal, Sunflower, Rock, Guardian, and Tope. Another pack. It's strange how the people who watch Master Duels are more interested in like IRL content, and the people who watch IRL Yu-Gi-Oh are more interested in the video game content. Like, you literally have to lie to the metadata, the tags, to get the actual audience that want to watch your stuff. So if you're streaming Master Duels, you'll get much more viewers if you put in the Yu-Gi-Oh category, trading card game category, and if you're doing IRL stuff, you'll get much more viewers if you put in the Master Duel category. Strange world. Pilgrim, Medallion of the Ice Barrier. Oh, Reverse Break. I actually like this card. It's not anything interesting, but it's fun to use. It's like opposite of Ally of Justice. So Ally of Justice is really good at destroying light monsters. This thing gets destroyed if there's a light monster. So it's the reverse. But if it attacks a face down monster, you can destroy that face down monster. So this, I had a drill deck that had this and the Grand Mole. So the Grand Mole kept bouncing back like monsters it battled, and this thing kept destroying anything that was placed face down. The Reverse Break and the Grand Mole drill combo, a drill deck. I think I also had the Drill Warrior. Junks, the drill synchron drill warrior. I wasn't even trying to build a drill deck. It's just something I did because I just felt like it. Like, once I just started putting the cards in, I realized I could make a drill deck with these cards. Buster Blader, Nullifier, Caravan of the Ice Barrier, Flamewell Guard, Naturia Guardian, Dark Magician, Night Assailant, Lava Golem, Naturia Sunflower, Tope, Primus Felis, Tribus, Stinkbug, Cat Shit, Javelin. Another pack. I was expecting the card art to be pixelated and not very good to look at when I heard this pack had the dual terminal rarities, but it's actually very pretty. It's actually nice to look at. Not the terrible dual terminal pixelated artwork that I was expecting. I guess the set the rarities have exceeded my expectations. Flamevell Guard, Neos, Origin, Stratos, Enemy Controller, Baby Rock. What does Baby Rock even do? From hand to grave, if it's you can special summon it. If it's sent from hand to grave, okay. Harpy Lady 3, Kuribo, X-Trio, Polymerization, Dark Magician, Guy Diarg. Okay, so one problem I'm having with Polymerization is that I want to run 3 copies of Polymerization in like fusion-based decks, but you want to use Fusion Substitute as well. You can't run both 3 copies of Polymerization and 3 copies of Fusion Substitution. The total has to add up to 3. So you can have like 2 Polymerization and 1 Fusion Substitute, or 1 Polymerization and 2 Fusion Substitute, because they both share the same name. And that's causing a little bit of problem in my deck building. Like, I need to play more copies of Polymerization, but at the same time, I want to use the Fusion Substitute to get the extra door to reuse my Fusion monsters multiple times. I guess Polymerization is an old card. Not many people use it anyway, normally. There's better cards that summon Fusion faster. I just can't be bothered to find and read all the cards, all the different Fusion cards, when I'm trying to make a Fusion deck. There's definitely some ways around Polymerization. Like nowadays, like the latest thing I realize is that the Parasite Fusion is much better than just the basic Polymerization. You just special summon the Parasite and you can Fusion summon right away, and it acts as one of the materials. Dark Magician, Guy Diarg, Diff, Rose Whip, Mantis. I still want to draw some new stuff. Sunflower, Kudabi, Brandy Stock. Okay, buying 50 packs of this was a bad idea. Yeah, we still haven't gotten 3 copies of the Bamboo Shoot. We only got 1 copy of the Bamboo, so maybe there's still some Bamboos to look forward to. We need a play set of the Bamboo. Another pack. Harpy Lady 3, Wabaku, Unlimiter, Lady 2, Metal Dragon, Executor, Dragnov, Kuribo, Flame Wingman, Trishula, Card Trooper, Pineapple, Field Marshal, Vayne, Legionnaire, Galabas, Diff, Kusano. Another pack. Coming back to Yu-Gi-Oh, I realize I haven't played any of the newer stuff. I'm just still playing with all the old cards, all the old archetypes. There's like this unfinished desire to play with the archetypes from back then that I didn't get to play with, or that I couldn't quite make competitive, and really have much desire to try the new stuff. I mean, I started to have a little bit of desire to play the game, the Malice, Alice in Wonderland deck, but they banned Malice, so that's not happening. And I guess I have a little bit of a desire to play Finn Smith. I guess taking into the Snake Eyes Doom Dragon, I kind of want to try Snake Eyes maybe. But I think Snake Eyes is becoming old now. Snake Eyes is new to me, but it's old to all the meta players. Neo Flameville Origin, Stratos. And also, I can't just make decks left and right like I used to because of all the gems in Master Duel. It's so much harder to it's so hard just to have more than one deck in Master Duel. Like, the game literally does not want you to have multiple decks. Enemy controller. Maybe it's easier to regulate stuff if everyone only has one deck. Baby Rock, do some math algorithm, train their AI, find out which cards are doing the best, find out which cards are doing the worst. If there's multiple decks, that sort of changes the data, warps the data, make it harder to see the statistics. If everyone only has one deck, it's easier to see the numbers, see what's working and what's not working, and then adjust the game accordingly. Harpy Lady 3, Mist Valley Shaman, Butterfly, Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, Trishula. Oh, what's underneath? A Card Trooper, a Diff, Rose Whip, Mantis, Sunflower, Kudabi, Brandy Stalk, Fruit Fly. Oh. Okay, only 4 more packs left. Will we get 2 more Naturia Bamboo Shoot? Or even just 1 Naturia Bamboo? Open up the pack. Oh, the card's flying out of the pack in this one. Oh, the card's slippery in this one. Pilgrim of the Ice Barrier. Mist Valley Soldier. Okay, the cards are not gonna be good. When the cards are sliding, then the rarities are not very chase. I know because I've played. Reverse Break, Daishoujo. But since it's more of a fun booster pack, it might be in reverse. The logic might be in reverse. Nullifier, Lady 1, Flameville Guard, Medallion of the Ice Barrier, Book of Moon, Mystical Space Typhoon, Polymerization. Yeah, it's literally just 3 spell cards back to back. Book of Moon, Polymerization, and Mystical Space Typhoon. Yeah, it's just 3 shiny spells. Chihuahua, Field Marshal, Cockatour, Ultra, Legionnaire, Lowry, Guy Diarg. At least we got one bamboo. That's something, right? One bamboo. Maybe it's you only need one, maybe? Nah, you did 3 to get it early in the hand instead of searching it. Another pack. Flameville Deity, Neo Flameville Origin, Blizzard Warrior, Enemy Controller, Warlock of the Ice Barrier, Harpy Lady 3, Mist Valley Falcon, Raiho, Barrel Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon. I was happy pulling the first Red Eyes Black Dragon, but the stats on this thing are so terrible. You can literally summon a Summoned Skull with 1 tribute and just beat this thing. A Summoned Skull has 100 more attack than this and requires less tribute to summon. Mystical Space Typhoon, Horn Needle, Cliff, Piglusus, Antijaw, Cosmobeat, Evolution Burst, and Trident. We only have 2 more packs left. Oh, Winged Karibo right at the front. Okay. Karibo of Luck. Let's see what our Karibo brings us. Thunderlord, Dust Tornado, Royal Knight, Strategist, Shock Trooper, Dewdark, Fruitfly. Oh, Blue Eyes, our fifth Blue Eyes White Dragon. Mistworm, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Oh, Blue Eyes and Red Eyes, right? Strange. Pulling Blue Eyes and Red Eyes in next to each other, almost next to each other. Chawa. Also pulling Dark Magician and Blue Eyes in the previous stream next to each other. Fable Cockador. It's almost like Konami intentionally did this just to increase the epic moment, the epic feel for whoever's opening the packs. Ultra, Lurie, Guy Diarge, Rosewhip, Mantis. Grab the rare. Oh, there's a rare Fruitfly in here. Final pack. Final pack. You know, the final pack is always anticlimactic. Maybe it'll be different this time. Okay, the cards feel a little bit heavier. Shock Trooper, Pilgrim, Mist Valley Soldier, Reverse Break, Daishojo, Nullifier, Lady One, Antjaw, Barkion, Lava Golem, Oh, another cherry. Nice. Trident. Chawa. Field Marshal. Cocador. Ultra. Legionnaire. Luri. Lori. You know, I think they never told me what my grandmother's name is on my father's side. I think it's something like Lowry or Lowry or Laurie, something like this. Okay, those are all the cards. Maybe I'll grab Blue Eyes of the side, just to have the 3 Blue Eyes in one place. Let me quickly find the Blue Eyes from here. It's gonna take ages to go through all the cards trying to find the Blue Eyes. How do you even do this? Yeah, this is going to take ages. I mean, maybe looking for the yellow card would make it a little bit faster. Yeah, looking for the yellow vanilla is going to be it could be anywhere. It could literally be anywhere. The third or the fifth or the fourth, whatever Blue Eyes. Oh, I think I see something yellow. Yep, I see the Blue Eyes. Here it is. Okay. How do I? I'm disappointed by Konami's legendary 5Ds decks. I mean, the decks are okay enough, but they didn't put enough thought into the extra decks, and they didn't give us a really good box to store the deck in. They just made just minimum packaging, zero packaging. Well, not zero packaging, but not packaging you can store the cards in. Like, now we have to buy extra deck boxes just to store the decks. Man, this thing's gonna damage the cards in the corner. It has like rounded corner. It has like rounded corner, so that's gonna do some damage to the cards. Okay, let's just quickly go through the shinies we pulled. There's a lot more from the previous stream, but I can't be bothered to round up those cards. Like, I have to go through like a whole pile of cards to find those again. I'll do it off stream, but don't want to do it on stream right now. Man, the Dark Magician players and the Blue Eye players are eating real good. I'm tired of the Dark Magician support, the Dark Magician bias, and the Blue Eyes bias. I mean, the Blue Eyes bias kind of makes sense because we all know that Kaiba secretly owns all the companies that are Yu-Gi-Oh related. So it's a bit of self-love with all the Blue Eyes, but I want to see my the less loved stuff get a bit more love. Oh. This has to be the best thing ever. This is literally the best thing ever. Like the writing on the background, the writing are shiny, shiny Egyptian hieroglyphs in the background. My camera does not do this card justice. I mean, flip effect monsters are so slow now for modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe you can put it in the what was it, Night Terror, Earth Terror, the latest flip effect deck. Maybe you could take this in somehow, but it's a dark type, so it would be hard to get it to work. But maybe you could do something with this. I think Enemy Controller is still a really solid card. People like it has two different effects, so it requires a bit more thinking when to use which effect, or you can use both effect if you want. The reason people don't use Enemy Controller is because in the video game, the game would constantly prompt you over and over and over. Do you want to activate this? Do you want to activate this? Like every single different change of phase, every single different card activation. Do you want to respond with the Enemy Controller? Which gets a little tiring. Or if you do it like automatically, where the computer automatically skips to the stuff, then you sometimes miss if you don't have your hand on the stop timer, the activate stuff button. Swallow Rest, Dark Barcha, Iceberg, Boral Dragon. Check how the moon changes color as I tilt this card to reflect the light coming from my room's light bulb. Really cool, huh? Oh, there's a special Goyo Guardian. I mean, it's minimalistic. Not much shiny in the background. Just a foil, the scatter foil thing on the top. No shiny in the background itself for the Goyo Guardian. I went through the emo phase where I used the dark Cyber Dragon, the alternate artwork of Cyber Dragon with the dark monsters. It still had the same light attribute, but basically black artwork. Now I'm fond of on the light side again. I'm back on the light side of the Cyber Dragons. Maybe play like 2 copies of the light and 1 copies of the dark, just for variety. Okay, so some of the cards have like a shiny foil background, and some of the cards are just common cards with the glitter stuff put on top. Like behind the glitter is just a common background. The background doesn't shine, but in this one the background shines. Yeah, like in this one the background shines like a lot, changes color quite a lot. I watched a video of a YouTuber saying something like the cherries are like whispering some secrets to each other. Now I can't unsee that anymore. Now I'm like, what kind of dark secrets are these cherries sharing with each other? I got the shiny pumpkin. Probably not a good effect, but I'll use it. When this card is normal summoned while your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon one Naturia monster from your hand. Basically, marauding captain for Naturias. Hydrogenia. Grimrow. Skill Drain. I can't tell if this is a wolf or a dog. Is this a wolf or a dog? Maybe it's like a something in between. Oh, maybe it's a fox. Okay. So, in the end, we only got one copy of Naturia Bamboo Shoot from 50 packs. Only one. That's the ratio. One bamboo to 50 pack. Red eyes. Yeah, I'm scared of holding this thing. Like, I don't want to damage it by accident. Okay, so we have like a couple of copies of downtime. Oh, here's the 3 blue eyes white dragon. Here's 2 dark magician. Here's red eyes black dragon. Here's the winged Karibo. Here's the night assailant. Here's the bamboo. And here's the seed of evil. The evil seed. Also, like, lots of dice. 3 rows of dice. These dice are actually like much bigger than like the D&D dice, the Monopoly dice. Really large sized dice. Okay, maybe it's hard to tell on my hand, but the maybe compared to a Yu-Gi-Oh card, yeah, the dice is much bigger than normal dice. So that's something. At least they're not skimping out on the dice plastic. Okay. What else are we doing? I'm going to just sort my cards off stream, and we have Pokemon Mega Dimensions coming up. We have what was the other game? I can't remember. Maybe I'll do some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels, and I need to buy the thingy-majingy. Buy some more games. And we can play Turing Test, a puzzle game. I think the Pokemon Mega Dimension comes out on what, the 14th, the 16th? So halfway through the month. So we'll probably be playing a different game before the Pokemon game comes out. Or maybe I'll just take some break because I'm feeling down. Feel like procrastinating. Don't feel like doing anything. So maybe I'll just take some time off and read books. Okay. Let me quickly show you my Yu-Gi-Oh! Lightsworn deck before I end the stream. Slightly disappointed that I only got 1 bamboo. I was hoping for like at least 3 bamboos. Here's the Lightsworn deck. I could do so much to improve the deck, but this is like the first draft. 2 Time Wizard, 1 Raikou, 2 Lumina, 2 Summoner, 2 Maiden, 3 Barrier Statue, 1 Prisma, 3 Honest, 1 Sorceress, 2 Monk, 3 Hand, 1 Archer, 3 Denkoseka, 2 Dragonling, 2 Whis, 3 copies of the Light Ray, 1 of each, Daedalus, Diablos, Gearfield, 3 Judgment Dragon, 2 Punishment Dragon. So this is the problem I'm having. I want 3 Polymerization and 1 or 2 Fusion Substitute, but I can't have multiple copies. I can only have 3 total combined between Fusion Substitute and Polymerization. 2 Polymerization, 1 Fusion Substitute, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 Spell Card Monster Reborn, 1 Question, which is going to be swapped out for Reasoning, 1 Reasoning, which was going to be swapped out for Question IRL, the Question Quiz card. And I'm thinking about putting in that grass looks greener grass on the other side. It may or may not be worth playing in a Lightsworn deck. If you mill too much, you might have less cards than your opponent anyway if you mill more than 20 cards. But it might be worth putting in green grass, touch grass card. Might be worth putting in this card. 2 Dragon's Mirror, 3 Solar Recharge, 3 Charge of the Light Brigade, 1 Realm of Light, 1 Future Fusion, 2 Sanctuary, Digit Jamming, 1 Evenly Matched. I probably should have 3 Evenly Matched. I probably should have something different from Realm of Light. I probably should have something different from Digit Jamming. I probably should have 1 more copy of Dragon's Mirror. Playing pretty much all the light fusions that you can run in the deck, all the generic light fusions. Time Wizard of Tomorrow, Centaur, Mina, Fiendsmith Lacrima, Chaos Star Source Dragon, Enlightenment Dragon, Light and Darkness Dragon, Denial Deity Dotan, Arc Lightsworn, Michael, Minerva Athenia Lightsworn, Baron de Fleur, Minerva the Exalted Lightsworn, Hip Hoshiningen, and Curious Lightsworn Dominion. So I was almost going to build a Lightsworn deck all the way back a long time ago, like around 2014 or 2015. But the reason I didn't build a Lightsworn back then, 10 years ago, was because of this card. The only way to get this card back then was to be a champion in the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Only the champions, Yu-Gi-Oh champions, received a copy of this card, and the Lightsworn deck was kind of slow during the Xyz era without this card. So I didn't. If this card was widely available back then, I'd have made the Lightsworn deck a long time ago. But making it now this card actually, you can get it for if you're a normal player, an average player. It's not just a champion only card. Okay. Yeah, that's the stream. Just 1 bamboo. Imagine if the bamboos don't even matter and they create a new Naturia that's completely power creeps the bamboo, and I'm just obsessing over the bamboo for no reason. And someone watching this video in the future is like, why is he so interested in bamboo when we could play X or Y? I've seen the Morganites, the Morganite. So the Morganite cards where you can play monsters without tributing. You can normal summon level 5 or higher monsters without tributing. This thing with the Vanities card is actually really powerful. Guilt Gripping Morganite and Vanity. Morganite and Vanity, it just completely stops like 70% of the meta decks. What are you supposed to do when only 2 cards shut down your entire deck? Morganite and Vanity. You can have Vanity's Ruler, you can have Vanity's Fiend with the Morganite. Less card you need to search if you play like 3 copies of each of these. And there's other cards that are like Vanity FX. Okay, ending the stream there. Thanks for watching. How long was the stream? 2 hours? Yeah, let's wait 1 minute just to get the timer to have 2 hours. So it's nicer to look at. Oh, there's Mewtwo. There's Mewtwo in Pokemon X and Y. Pokemon X and Y. I mean Pokemon Legends Z2A. X and Y remake games. And I just found out that apparently the X and Y game, the Z2A games count as a main series game. So the Legends game count as a main game. A main series game, according to Game Freak. I thought of them as like a side game, a spin-off game. But being a main series game, now I understand how much more important the games are. Going forward into the future of Pokemon. Yeah. Peace.